and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll be working in my sketchbook, drawing a landscape scene with a variety of mixed media. Along the way, I'll be sharing my favourite sources and tips for using references for landscape sketching when it's just too cold or wet for plein air painting on location. Today I'm working in my Royal Talens Art Creation sketchbook with a variety of mixed media, including Neocolor 2 crayons, Derwent Inktense pencils and Derwent drawing pencils. I absolutely love sketching from life, being outside and experiencing the landscape firsthand, but when that's not possible, I turn to references quite a lot. I don't use references in the traditional sense of copying a scene from a photograph. Instead, I use them as inspiration and a jumping off point for my abstract landscape artwork. They help me to capture the feeling of a place, which can then fuel my imagination and creativity. Combining references with my own imagination works best for me, and in this video, I'll show you where I find those references when I'm not out on location and how I use them. I hope you'll find this video helpful. For this sketch, I'm using a reference from Google Maps, which leads me perfectly to my first source of inspiration. Google Maps Street View is a fantastic way to explore and familiarise yourself with different places. It lets you travel down roads and experience various terrains from an everyday, mundane viewpoint. The reference I'm using today is from the NC 500 route in Scotland. I simply dropped a random pin and explored down the road until I found a view that felt inspiring. It's a great tool for finding references that aren't perfect, offering glimpses of real-life activities and scenery that people might overlook usually, and certainly wouldn't photograph. These images are often blurry and not the highest quality, which actually works to your advantage, allowing your imagination to take over. You can fill in the blanks and add your personal artistic spin on the scene. If you're unsure where to drop your pin on Google Street View, then Map Crunch is a fantastic tool that randomises the selection process for you and picks the Street View location. Next up, we have your own photos. One of the most obvious and effective sources of reference. Using your own photos means you don't have to worry about copyright issues, unlike when you use photos from books, magazines or online sources, where you need to give proper credit. I love using my own photos, and you certainly don't need a fancy camera. Your phone camera works just fine. I've built up a library of inspiring images on my phone that I can use to jumpstart a sketch or piece of artwork. Sometimes photos I've taken without even realising it at the time become great sources of inspiration. I take photos nearly every morning on my commute or during walks in the park, and the weather and skies are also a huge source of inspiration for me. I have far too many photos of skies on my phone. Your camera roll can become a personal reference library, and over time it can reveal clues to your art style and what you're interested in. What common patterns, colours, themes and lighting effects are you drawn to and appear often in your photographs? These are all clues towards your artistic style. Also, when looking back through your photos, the personal connection you have with the place or moment captured can bring an extra layer of emotion, which you can then use to create your artwork. Holiday photos are another great option. They allow you to paint landscapes from faraway places that aren't part of your everyday routine. You can also ask friends or family who have travelled to places you're interested in but haven't been to for their photos, providing you with even more reference material. Of Of course, sometimes you won't have the perfect photo of a specific landscape you want to sketch. In that case, I turn to travel documentaries and YouTube videos. Watching a travel documentary is a great way to immerse yourself in a place and see it from unique viewpoints. They often feature stunning cinematography and capture really beautiful, exotic and diverse landscapes, cityscapes and people. The colours, textures and compositions can serve as visual references, helping you to explore new environments and cultures through your art. The tactile details in a documentary, whether it's the texture of a wall, the patterns in a market, or the weathered surfaces of ancient architecture, can provide detailed inspiration for how to represent surfaces and materials in your own artwork. This might be useful for still life work, mixed media, or textured landscapes. Documentaries often capture the atmosphere of a place too. The sounds, lighting, and mood. These can inspire the emotional tone and colour palette of your artwork, whether you want to convey the tranquility of a remote island or the vibrancy of a crowded street. For a more authentic and true-to-life experience, YouTube travel vlogs are also great. These documentaries offer a more authentic, real-world depiction of places and people, giving a deeper understanding of the environment, its culture, and its nuances. This helps me to ground my artwork in a more genuine representation of the landscapes I'm exploring. If you just search a place in the YouTube search bar, a wealth of videos will come up of people vlogging their experiences of a place. Both of these references can sometimes highlight unexpected moments or hidden gems, whether it's an off-the-beaten-path location or a surprise encounter. These moments of discovery can ignite creativity and lead to more original and imaginative artwork. I tend to watch these videos or documentaries first and then try to conjure up a landscape or scene that I've remembered to recreate an abstract interpretation. Similar to this, live camera feeds are another excellent reference source. They are live and moving, so similar to plein air artwork, you have the changeable weather and lighting to contend with. You can make the most of these moving images to add dynamism to your work. Search on YouTube and Google for a wide range of live feed cameras. Lastly, audiobooks and travel writing are fantastic sources of reference. Travel writing often contains rich and emotive descriptions of landscapes, people, and cultures. I love using these descriptions to spark my imagination as they help me to visualize landscape scenes in a new way, which can then be translated into my artwork. Hearing about different places, whether it's a bustling city, a serene countryside view, or a remote village, can transport you mentally. As you visualize these places, you may find yourself inspired to capture them. Audiobooks are a personal favourite as they allow you to listen in a relaxed setting, often creating a meditative or immersive experience. This state of mind can unlock creative thinking, letting you daydream and visualise new scenes and ideas that can be translated into your art. So that wraps up my favourite references that I use for my abstract landscapes when I'm not out on location. I hope this video has been helpful and has provided you with plenty of ideas and inspiration for your next sketch. Let me know in the comments below what your favourite reference sources are. I'd really love to know. I'll leave you with the final touches of this sketch so you can see it finished. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next week.